everyone, so I'm excited to be back for another series of the Collab series. So that's with Leah, Claire, Tania, Lix and Steph. We will all be involved with this series. Not everyone may do every single upload, but we're going to change it to once a month now. So the first Friday of every month you're going to see a new video from at least one of us, and Lix will be doing it on her blog. And I was tasked with coming up with the next topic, and I threw a few out there, and the most popular one was Disney princesses. So that's what we're doing. Every month we've got a choice between two princesses. We'll choose who we're going to do, and it's an inspired by look. So hopefully we'll come up with a variety of different things. It's not necessarily the makeup they're wearing in the film, although it could be. It's in some way inspired. So today, as you've probably seen from the title, I am doing Cinderella. So this is why I've got the bun. I decided to do like a modern day Cinderella look. So she does have her hair up, and I thought, what's the most likely hair up that someone from modern day would have, and I decided to go for a bun. And I decided to dress down because I thought Cinderella in 2016 would not be going to a ball to find her prince. She'd probably be on Tinder, so no needs to dress up. But I've got my little stud earrings in just to add a little bit of sparkle to the look. So I've already done my base. I've started with, I didn't bother with a primer, to be honest, because I'm not going to be wearing this anywhere, but I would wear a primer underneath if I needed this to last. But base wise, I went for the Illamasqua skin base. I've got this in shade 06. The reason I went for that is because it's quite a light natural base, but hopefully a flawless looking kind of skin. She obviously has flawless skin, all the Disney princesses do. I'm having some skin issues at the moment, but hopefully that's given me a nice even coverage all over. And I've put the Boying concealer from Benefit under my eyes, the top shade here, which is the light shade. Never going to get any use out of this one because to me that is orange. And I've just done a really simple brow, used the brow product I always use, which is the W7 Brow Bar. Not that you would know it because all the writing's rubbed off by now. I've just used the lighter shade. Well, no, it's the second darkest shade. I normally mix these two together, but I've just gone for that one because Cinderella's obviously fair, and I just wanted my eyebrows to not be very noticeable, to be honest, to just be there, but not to create the focus of the look. Right, take a deep breath and actually get on with what I'm here to be doing. So, if you look at Cinderella in the film, she's very pink on the lips, pink cheeks, pink lips, and her eyes have got sort of a very soft brown look. All matte from what I can see, and almost like a cut crease look. So I'm gonna sort of do a look like that today, but something that I would wear out, you know, in line with the modern day Cinderella. I'm gonna use the new Makeup Revolution palette, the Fortune Favours the Brave palette. Lots of gorgeous colours in there, but I'm gonna be really using these neutral matte ones around here and here. So I'm gonna start with putting this darker matte shade all in the crease. Do I need to zoom you in a bit? Zoom you in a bit? Let me zoom you in a bit. If you're wondering, by the way, why my ears are bright red, oh my god, it's because I had to re-pierce my ears putting these in today. It's the second time I've had my ears re-pierced, and I promised myself I'd wear earrings all the time so as not to have to do it again. But yeah, I was a bit sore and they're still very red, that's why. Right, so I'm going to use a fluffy crease brush just to put that shade in the crease, but I'm going to keep it quite high. Oh, I should say I've already primed my eyelids with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot as well. So yeah, I'm kind of going above the crease rather than in the crease with this, just to try and provide a lot of definition. Almost make it look like a natural shadow, I guess. This is what I love about doing these collabs. It's given me a lot more practice with makeup, because as you know, I might love my makeup, but I'm no professional, a long way from it. So the more practice, the better. So I'm just layering that up. These, you don't get too much fallout from these shadows, they're lovely. They're nice and blendable, nice and soft. Very pigmented, but the lighter colours slightly less so, which I don't mind because it gives you the opportunity to build it up. The matte colours are gorgeous. Well, the matte formulas are gorgeous. So that was the darker of the shades. I'm just going to use a very, very light shade over the actual eyelid now. So I'm just going to use a flat eyeshadow brush for that. And I'm going to build that up over the eyelid just so that the eyelids are as fair as possible to make that shadow stand out. I don't know if you can hear the rain, it's absolutely pouring. It's Easter Sunday today, and I'm sure it's been the same wherever you are, the weather is atrocious. On the plus side, it's gone 7:30 and it's only just gone dark. So there's a slightly yellower shade just here. Again, it's matte though, and I'm going to use that underneath the eyebrow using the same brush just to lighten that area up, highlight it, but then again create more definition with that sort of crease colour. And then with a soft pencil brush, I'm going to go in with slightly warmer, this one, matte brown, right in the crease, right in the socket. Such a simple look actually. And you could wear this day or night. Just going to blend that a little. I think, looking at it, I think I'm going to add slight bit of light shimmer just in the middle of the eyelids to make that white pop a bit. And there's a very shimmery light shade just here. I'm going to stick that just in the middle, again with the same flat brush. Hopefully make that stand out a bit more. And then using a smudging brush, I'm just going to take that really dark chocolatey shade, which is again matte, and just put it underneath the eyelid. No, underneath the lower lid. The other option today, or for this month's video, as you may have seen, is Snow White. And I did have a hard time choosing between the two, because obviously Snow White has that very bold red lip, fair complexion. But I decided to go with Cinderella in the end. Now I could use black eyeliner and make it much more defined, but what I think I'm going to do is actually use the black shadow, which is another of the matte shades in here, as an eyeliner just across the top lash, just to make it a little bit more defined, because all the Disney princesses have these gorgeous fluttery eyelashes. So I can make my eyelashes look even longer and more volumised, hopefully. There, I'm quite liking that as an eyeshadow look. I'm really into the sort of defined crease and lighter lids lately, which I think is what made me end up going for Cinderella as a choice. So I'm going to finish that up with mascara. I could use falsies, but to be honest with you, I've lost my little falsie applier and I'm no good at doing it without those. So I'm going to use the Wild Mega Volume from Max Factor mascara. I decided to go for this one because it does give you quite that sort of fluttery, spidery look. It just gives you the look like you've got a lot more lashes than you have. The thing with this mascara is though, you really need to clean off the brush before you use it, because the shape of the brush means you get a lot of mascara goop, as Chandler would say, stuck in that. So you need to give it a good wipe before you start using it. This is actually a mascara that I have enjoyed more the more it's dried out, which a lot of people say about a lot of different mascaras, but at first I was kind of on the fence about it. Do love it now that it's dried out a bit. Probably on its last legs though. Okay, so I'm going to powder up. I'm going to be using my favourite powder of the moment. I've loved it for a long time, but why I'm particularly loving it at the moment is because I'm needing that little bit more coverage when my skin's been very, very red, which is sometimes shown through my foundation. So the Makeup Forever Pro Finish is actually a powder foundation that you can use as a setting powder as well. So that's what I'm going to use today to set everything. Because I'm pretty sure a princess would never have been shiny. Not a Disney princess. When I knew I was going to need a pink blusher, the only one that sprang to mind was the Hourglass one that I've got. Absolutely love this blusher. I've got it in the shade Luminous Blush. You've probably seen me use it countless times before if you watch my videos. So gorgeous. Looks quite dramatic in the pan. It is very pigmented, so you need to use a light touch, but it gives you literally a luminous flush, as it says. So I thought it would be the perfect Cinderella blush. It has got that sort of highlighty look to it, but I am going to add a highlighter on top as well. So I'm just using a stippling brush for this. It's from e.l.f. I do love it. It started to fall apart. Oh no, it's alright now, but this had started to come apart when I was washing it a lot, so I was worried that I was going to have to replace it. Not that they're expensive, they're only a few pounds, the e.l.f. ones. So the highlighter I decided to go for was High Beam, because it's got that really pink, pinky tone to it, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter, which I think I forget about a lot, to be honest, because it's one that's been around for a while, not one of the, you know, newer ones onto the market, so I forget about how good it is. Do actually really, really love it. So I like to sort of pack that in with a beauty blender. Really subtle but really pretty at the same time, and goes really nicely with that blusher as well. Hopefully you can see that there. Probably looks more dramatic on camera than it needs to look, but in real life that just adds a gorgeous, gorgeous finish. So I know I haven't used any bronzer, and I wasn't really planning to use proper bronzer, but I am just going to use a tiny bit of the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, especially around the chin, because of how angular Cinderella's face is. But I need to be careful with it because it is so pigmented. So I'm going to use a buffing brush for it, just so that I can buff in the product if it starts to look a bit too dark, and just give it a gentle tap. See? Giving myself a beard there. That's what I mean about this product. So that's why I've got the blending brush or buffing brush out. Buff that in. So as for lipstick, again, bold pink had to be the way to go. And again, I've used this lipstick before, I think, for one of my, Colours of the Rainbow. And it's the Miley Cyrus, so it's MAC, it's the Miley Cyrus Viva Glam. The first one she did, so she's called Miley Cyrus, and it's in this hot pink colour. So I thought that would top it off nicely. I haven't actually got a lip liner that matches, but because it's so bold, I just want something around the edge to guide me. So I'm going to use this Barry M lip liner in who knows what colour, number 12. They don't tend to give their lipsticks names or lip liner or any other products names actually. Right, I need to stop talking so I can actually put this on. I do love these formulas. This is the amplified finish, which are really, really creamy. As you can see, it's not a matte finish, but neither is it too glossy. And they're really comfortable to wear. I'd love to see if they do an amplified finish in a less bold colour, actually. I'm not sure if the word amplified sort of means that they're only bold colours as well. Right, I think I'm done. So that is my Cinderella look. Let me zoom you out so I can talk to you properly. So there we are. I'm really pleased with the way this turned out, actually. I would totally wear this makeup look, you know, out for dinner, meeting the girls for drinks, something like that. I think it's really, really versatile, actually. You could change the lip colour up on this and wear it for anything, to be honest. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my take on Cinderella for our first video in the new series for our collaboration group. Of course, I will link all the other girls' videos down below and their channels, so do go and check them out, or Lixie's blog as well. Please give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I really hope you have, and I will see you next time. So we're doing this every month, but I'm continuing to upload my weekly videos in the meantime. Subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you then. Bye!